this MMA rules bout takes place in the minus 77 kilogram welterweight division and will be contested over 3 5-minute rounds. Your referee in charge when the action gets underway, Mr. Ilya Lucic. Fighters to the center, please, for your final instructions.
Gentlemen, you know the rules. Fight clean, listen to my commands at all times, keep yourself protected. Touch gloves, step back.
Well, we're off to the races. Nascimento fights blue. Sicaja fighting red. Straight away, Sicaja goes for the takedown, and that's flummoxed the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist. It's nothing that he can't cope with, but it just shows the confidence of Sicaja. And the backstory there, as I said, incredible. Trains with his brother at home before he came to ATT Zagreb. Gave up his day job to join American Top Team. He was a former prison guard in Sarajevo, so probably used to very tough situations, and he's catching the Brazilian here, Nascimento, open and dominating in terms of the takedown, considering that Nascimento's a jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah, interesting to see him mix it up a little bit. I was kind of thinking he might want to play the counter on the feet, but actually he was using lateral footwork to catch Nascimento moving left and right. Flipped him with a left hook, closed the distance once or twice, and nearly got the takedown. But again, Nascimento is such a game guy. He's been so many competitive fights. He knows when your butt hits the ground, you've only got one option, that's straight back up. Pummel here from Sicaja, good close-in techniques. You can see him working, pushing up on the elbows. He wants double unders here.
Well, this is not the explosive start I thought it could be. They both like a KO. They both like to finish quick, but they're both going to want to win here. So fools rush in where angels fear to tread has got to be the motto here, and they're playing a respectful game. Sicaja, well, very confident against a top player like Nascimento, and he's dominating so far. We're halfway through this round, which is incredible. That's flown by, and Sicaja having to come off the wire now, find space in the center of the cage. Oh, that was sloppy from Nascimento, but fairly relaxed. And they're giving and taking in equal measure here. It's just a case of when one person decides to get a little bit fruity and up the ante, and it looks like Nascimento now started to warm up, but he's incredibly loose with the target here, and it's Sicaja that's actually the one that's hitting the mark. Nascimento's had opportunities but missed.
I'm not sure why Sicaja is so keen on getting those double underhooks. The thing is, Nascimento has proven it was tricky to get him down or even take him down and keep him there. And that's a guy who's been a pro since 2015. I mean, he was a veteran before Sicaja was even making his debut. He only debuted last year as a pro.
Well, he does it with Kosotogaki, the outside trip, takes his man down and working for top position here. I mean, he's keen to get this done, Sicaja. You can't take that away from him.
Nice takedown here. He settled in the half guard very neatly. Tight upper body control. Just flattening the four corners, the shoulders, the hips. Forearm pressure here from Nascimento is being felt. See if Nascimento can sit up here. Sicaja thought about spinning to the back, couldn't do it. Nice block again from Nascimento.
Yeah, Nascimento spoiled, just finding his positioning, and just walks his way up on the wire here. So yeah, it seems like a fruitless task, given that Sicaja has got a stoppage in the armory. Why he's willing to take on the grappling skills. of a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist from Brazil is a little bit hard to answer here. So listen, we're just over 30 seconds left, half a minute left in this round. The first round, it's been toing and froing. Nascimento looks so relaxed, doesn't he? He doesn't look as if he's under pressure, but he's taking shots, and he's actually been outplayed here in terms of aggression, I think, by Sicaja, who's not been frightened to come forward, and he's put the pressure on early doors, and Nascimento just quite hasn't woken up to this.
Maybe the game plan was to try to get Nascimento tired or just tax him a little bit. They might have felt a little concerned having watched what happened and how competitive the striking was in the last one, the BKB fight he had. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why they're super happy to go into the clinch and hang there and keep it there, right? Like, there's a certain commitment from Sicaja that is surprising.
Well, a lot to dissect in that round. We're going to have a look at the tail of the tape. Chris, if you were to hazard a guess in terms of advantage, still too early to tell, or would you say that maybe Sicaja has managed to edge a little bit in that round?
Yeah, 10-9. 10-9 Sicaja for sure.
Beautiful takedown there, double leg. Easy takedown against a guy with Nascimento's credentials.
But that being said, there was a really heavy left hook that was landed by Nascimento. That was nice. Sicaja had his moments. He absolutely did. I'm not sure. Maybe they want to tire the upper body of Nascimento. Maybe they, sort of think, hey, he had to travel. He had to fly internationally, cut weight. Maybe they saw some things that they feel are going to be giving them an advantage here in the second round, given what they did in the first.
So back to the boxing. Nascimento, we know he's got stoppage power. We know he's durable. Height advantage and reach advantage to Sicaja. Lands that big overhand right with ease. Good chopping low kick though from Nascimento. He could keep that up. That left lead leg is exposed rather than coming in under looping uppercuts. But gets pulled up. Sicaja, a lot of power there.
But I don't understand what they're hoping to achieve from this. They always get that left underhook. Are they thinking to get that outside trip again? They want to obviously rough him up and try to frustrate him here and stifle him, but it's not like he's been at major risk apart from maybe eating one punch in that last round in the boxing distance.
It's not even attritional either, is it? Because that underhook really isn't doing anything. He's got the musculature to control it well, Nascimento. He's not under pressure here. And Sicaja driving forward, using a lot of energy. And Nascimento's almost having a cup of tea, isn't he?
Yeah, he's totally happy sitting here in the pommel. There we go, nice switch, beautiful. Nascimento, lovely, lovely counter, perfect. Perfect time to do it too, because Sicaja was trying to use his energy and gain a position and had to rest for a second. Nascimento crab rides him here.
This is Trixie and Nascimento taking advantage of the fact that Sicaja might have expended just a little bit too much gas. Tries to hold on to the back. Nascimento, can he get his own hook in? Goes back down for the double leg. Ooh, a mini suplex, doesn't quite do it. Tanya Toshi tries to throw his man. Doesn't do it. Sicaja back in the upright now. This time Nascimento with the underhook.
Nice job here from Sicaja to thread his right leg in and get the turnaround. Again, tries to pummel, lovely. Below the waist here from Nascimento. He's explosive, he's physical. Just needs some good punches here, and he could open up a finish well.
Yeah, and he's got the energy to do it. He rested first round and second round on the wire. He's got a hook in. Whoa, and that's nasty. And Sicaja knows it. Has to defend it. And working from that top position on the turtled Sicaja. Sicaja will make it though, he gets to the upright. So again, Nascimento has to work a way out to the ground. He's given up his back just a little bit there. Sicaja now coming back strong here. 2 minutes left in this second round. And Sicaja up fairly easily from that position, worked his way out. It's great work, isn't it?
He needed that. He needed that so badly, too. Undoubtedly, looking at that fight and the way that it was traveling here in the second round, his corner would have said, man, you need to go, otherwise you're going to lose a narrow round here.
Well, back to the upright, back to the space. A little bit scrappy now. Right knee from Nascimento, and that sloppiness might just be Sicaja's downfall. I have to say, it's not the crispest work from fighters at this level. Well, that was good. Under he goes. Just under the hips. That shoot takes his man down firmly. And he's got now maybe 40 odd seconds to work here. Has he done enough to slow up Sicaja? Just to take the legs out.
He needs to get some good punches in here. He needs to steal this round in the next 30 seconds. Forget the back take, forget the grappling. I mean, again, absolutely silly decision making is the theme of this fight. In my considered opinion, yes.
But I'm sure they're doing and giving the best that they can, but you're absolutely right. It seems crazy that you wouldn't do as you've suggested, Chris, and both of them now have realised it on the 10-second clapper to finish this round strong, and they're not going to do it, are they? So again, the grappling, but it's all too late.
Lovely transition. Again, Nascimento shows ascendancy here, which again goes back to the claim of why on earth would you be going into the clinch and hanging out there and allowing this guy the chances that he's had on the ground? He's clearly a little bit stronger, a little bit quicker. He's got nice hips. He's got good technical understanding. And Sicaja's looking fatigued now here going into the third round.
That said, it is going into the third round. And I thought, actually, my gut feeling was that Nascimento had a right hand in there that could bring about a change here, dramatic change, but just talk us through this great grappling.
Yeah, it was his ability to get underneath the hips a few times and really go below the waist and get those takedowns. Funny enough, it was Sicaja was looking to go above the body, clinching here, punching clutch. Again, we see the level change from Nascimento. That's where he was really most successful. But the thing is, Sicaja gave him these opportunities in and out of the clinch. So you think strategically, this is where much of the fight is taking place, and you're giving your opponent opportunities. Might be a tie ball game here, Will.
Third and final. We need a bit of drama here to stop the judges from getting involved. But the next 5 minutes will determine if someone can slip a cigarette paper between these two. Something decisive to give us an indication as to who's going to take gold here. They both know, I figure, that whoever wins this round probably takes the match. And given that, I think there's a lot of caution here. No one's going to rush in. No one's going to throw caution to the wind. It's going to be careful. And I'd like to see that because the precision hasn't been there for me. I think there's been a lot of sloppy work in the stand-up. Why would you throw a kick that you know someone can catch like that and offer the opportunity to be taken down? Gets tagged with the right hand, and just stepping up the crispness here is what we need to see, and that's what Sicaja has started to do.
It's crazy to think that the stats were that close. Both landing 17 punches last round, 20 and 21 strikes respectively. This fight is close right now, Will.
So with hardly a hair between them, who's going to pull a rabbit out of a hat, make the difference? So evenly matched. Oh, Nascimento's got caught again. That left hand is punishing from Sicaja. Good boxing skills, and Sicaja just finds himself on the outside just as well because Nascimento goes downstairs. Nascimento's turn to beat Sicaja to the jab. some rigorous training that the brothers go through to come at this level. ATT Zagreb, of course, will have rounded all the rough edges. And it is a high skill level. They just, for me, have sometimes squandered, but the precision has always been with Sicaja, and I don't think the Brazilian was interested in striking, which seems crazy after his performance in the bare knuckle, but they're going to the mat, or attempting to. They think they could finish this on the ground. Nascimento now starting to come into his own.
He needs to really punch hard here. Forget about any of the submission attacks. Forget about even gaining a better position. That rear body lock and the ride, the crab ride that he's got again. He had this earlier in the last round, where he's riding the left leg. Just punch over and under the armpit, around the arm. Maybe look for a knee.
2 minutes left. We're starting to see some more heat on the strikes. And Nascimento just marching in, headhunting, but he's getting tagged. And this time, Sicaja tries to go downstairs, eats a knee. Again, the underhooks. Yep. Well, I think it was Einstein that defined madness as doing the same thing over and over and looking for the same, for a different result. Yeah, time and time again, Nascimento on the wire, and I don't see any advantage for Sicaja in doing this. Nascimento eats some shots, but we know he's tough, we know he's durable. So what does Sicaja do at this stage?
I think he's got to make sure he wins this round for sure. And I think he's probably on a position to be able to do that. But again, he's allowing himself to be taken down because of his lack of eagerness to get away from these ranges. It's all about zoning, right? And ultimately, Nascimento is able to get his grips and Big Brother him down below the waist every time. It's about 100% on those takedown attempts.
Well, we're coming up to the wire now, and Nascimento, I think, has exhausted any idea of creativity here. So has Sicaja. We're not seeing anything that looks remotely different from what we've seen before, and that's what it needs here. Is Sicaja gassed, or is he just rope-a-doping? Nascimento should be all over this at this stage. The clock's against him, and it was a stumble attempt at a takedown. I would figure at this stage they're both pretty fatigued, but now Nascimento could, with these last blows, finish strongly. Doesn't finish Sicaja, but Sicaja's hurt. That's it, it's the end. Wow, it's going to go to a very tough judges scorecard. They both know they've been in a bout, and that's beautiful to see them engage like that. That's true warrior, true Budo, and then, well, it's the judges that are going to decide whether Tomislav Sicaja goes to 5-0 or whether Joelson Nascimento has thwarted that run, the perfect run. And I think it's a tough gig for the judges to work that one out. I think Sicaja may have just edged it.
Yeah, 29-28 is going to be the score, I think, and ultimately it is going to come down to whether or not the 20-plus pro fights and the no lack of obvious vulnerabilities in Nascimento's character, if you will, for MMA, made Sicaja maybe a little bit too happy to hang out in certain places where he wasn't able to convincingly score enough. Because I think he will have thrown the fight away, and especially thrown away some early advantages he had.
Well, you get a chance to just revisit. And there you see, that's what I think will get Sicaja the win, the strikes. I mean, nothing meaningful here defended, but that left-right combination from Sicaja, mind you, let's be honest here. Nascimento had his moments in the pocket. The knee strikes were pretty accurate, but power takedowns from Nascimento. Does it count? Does it impress the judges?
It depends on what he's able to get from it, and a lot of times he did land some short ground and pound punches. There were some knees and stuff. Yeah, he did score, and that's, I think, the very big worry right now in the corner from Sicaja, because Nascimento was very competitive below the waist especially, and certainly from the second round, I think caused quite a few problems.
Some tense moments as we await the announcement, but I think
Well, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of those 3 completed rounds of action, we go to your judges' scorecards where we have a decision. Judge Shintit scoring this contest 29 points to 28. Judge Kleeman scoring this bout 30 points to 27. And Judge Chuliat scoring this contest 29 points to 28. All 3 judges in agreement with your winner by unanimous decision. Tomislav Sicaja!
Sicaja makes it 5-0, 5 in a row.
And show your appreciation for our runner-up, Joelson, Nascimento.
I think here on the commentary desk we think that's very favourable judging.
Yeah, especially at 30-27. It had to be 29-28 in my view. Sicaja's going to walk away and learn from this, right? I mean, again, it was always going to be a tricky opponent where the guy was very strong all across the board, and you learn.
Well, we're going to go and have a word with the winner. Very tense for the judges there, but the numbers were up. And let's hear what Tomislav Sicaja has to say.
Tomi, čestitke od srca, ali dobro te poznajem da vidim na tebi da nešto nisi zadovoljan, iako mislim da bi trebao biti izuzetno težak meč, težak protivnik, snažan fizički, izvukao si, pametno si se borio i mislim izvukao tu pobjedu. Kako si ti to vidio?
Pa ja nisam zadovoljan sa sobom. Ne znam kako je to izvana izgledalo, ali ja sam bio siguran da ću ga završiti unutar prvi pola runde, jer sam taki bio čitave pripreme i sve. I nisam se nikad bolje osjećao, doslovno, kad sam ulazio u kavez. Mislio sam da će bolje, ali pobjed se ne gleda u zube. Hvala Bogu na to.
Dajte pljesak, jedan jedini čovjek koji kad pobjeđuje nije zadovoljan. Mislim da je to hvale vrijedno. A Tomi, ja mislim da ti je upravo u ovom dijelu karijere treba ovakav meč, a ne jedna još lagana pobjeda protiv odličnog protivnika. Čovjek je fizički nevjerovatan. Šta ti je najviše problema zadavalo?
Pa pogodio sam ga, lažno je reći, 15 puta. Znači nisam tako jako u fokusu jer pogodio kako sam njega uglavnom imam osjećaj da su mi popucali svi prsti na desnoj ruci. I nije padlo. Čak sam par puta rekao padaj više, majku ti jebim. U razmjenama on gleda u mene, smije se. Ne mogu, ne znam više od čega si, pičku mater. Polomio sam ruke na nju.
A Gegane, sada će biti sve teže i teže i samo će biti sve više takvih protivnika, tako da mislim da ti ovaj rat treba i da trebaš biti zadovoljan sa sobom jer si izgurao na pametan način. Čestitam ti još jednom. Šta je sad sljedeće za tebe?
Pa, šta moj menadžer, trener i vlasnik ove organizacije kaže, Forgi, to ću ja raditi. Uglavnom, evo, pošto sam pobjedio, da se zahvalim svojim sponzorima. Nema ih puno, ali su jako dobri. Što su mi pomogli da olakšali ove pripreme. To su većinom moji Hercegovci. Za njim je bila ova ulazna pjesma. Pošto je Zagreb uglavnom Hercegovina, eto, malo sam nam još omogućava da se osjećamo još više kod kuće s ovom pjesmom. Uglavnom, hvala mojim sponzorima. Posebno se želim zahvaliti mojim trenerima Stipi Todoriću, Saletu Drobcu, Viti Jelčiću i Goranu Boroviću, Dražanu Forgaču na ovom performansu. Koliko je toliko, ja sam dao sve od sebe. Veliko hvala, moja dva prijatelja iz Frankfurta, oni će znati koji su tu. Hvala vam ljudi na svemu.
Hvala tebi na odličnoj predstavi i na ovom ratu kojem smo svjedočili. Dame i gospodo, Gegan, Tomi, Sicaja!